Good. Enjoy. lovely. Really. Thank you so much. Fantastic. For the very end, I would suggest I didn't write it, because the sound dies away so soon. Barn, so help a little bit with the bow. So barn, and then you can imperceptibly come in, Let's just do the last Bartok Pits quickly. Sorry, you lost so many bow hairs. Exactly, and really take your time. So as soon as the sound, if you do too much gliss right away, then the sound dies away too soon. So it's slower. Yes. Exactly, and once you take the bow, you have all the time. And so it should be, you can even do, and I would do some motion at the end, something like that, so that it's obvious, dead.
Okay.
Okay, and also the scream in the second last bar can be as long as possible.
Oh, it should be longer, right? Until the pit, basically, right?
Okay. Also with the scream, it can start really loud, that there is a context between the screaming and the sound, because otherwise it's a little bit like a modern music effect, modern music effect, clack. So let's connect more. Let's go back to the very beginning. You're doing this very well, but there's one danger, if I may say it, technical thing, which is tempo. At some places, it's very obvious we lose tempo. Most of the time when it's piano, and I have the impression, especially when it's piano, we can have more energy. So once we play, especially when you start the tritone thing, this long passage, it should be the 2 bars before, you have to really speed up. Otherwise, you reach a tempo which is much slower than the beginning. And even in the beginning, I know I don't want to damage your bows, there's a limit, I know. But it would be really great, what I like about this sound, it's so, like warlike. But the sound, if you close your eyes, it's like a little insect. So, but even there, already late. Hey, so connect more. And in general, you are doing, everything I criticize. You studied this so well. I should be very happy, and I am. But what we are working on now is really going to the extremes. So all these open strings, why did I write it? Because I imagined, these hunters, I tried to create 8 horns sound. Therefore, all these open strings. So sometimes it can be more like, Irish fiddling, more folk music. Not art music sometimes. Bam, ba, bam, ba, So at the beginning, for example, bam, ba, ba, da, 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 dum, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, ba, da, 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 bam, ba, 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 da, ba, bam, ba, ba, bam. And your first sound when you come in, disturb them more.
Not be pretty.
No, no, exactly. And if there is a lot of noise with the sound, it does not matter. On the contrary.
Okay. Yeah.
So okay. One hair faster.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I know it will get difficult later, but that's so convincing.
Okay.
But this is the first place when we have the same dynamic, right? So when the minor comes, we all have piano. So enjoy the fact when we have one dynamic. So beginning we don't need anyone. That's so convincing, scary. And they play differently, because they can't simply go on as it was when you disturb them. So we can start in 25 with upbeat.
Yeah, 25.
But when we reach 33, enjoy the piano. And also the minor. Otherwise it's too square, bar line. Okay.
25? 25 like this?
Okay. Yes. Now more. Yes, fantastic. Great. Different beats. Fantastic. So it might be that the 17th, 16th note is less precise.
Yeah.
But I would pay that price in this in this case for the expression. Really fantastic. Also the dynamic, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
For me, it's not really clear when we arrive. Your crescendo is very convincing, but on the last meters, it could end in 51, but maybe 53. How can we
Should be more.
make sure that it's really da, 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 and yum, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
So collective, this. So that was much better. 33, sensational. And here you can really use these open strings. That's the place 52, 53, 54. Especially also when you don't have open strings anymore, violins in 54.
Yeah.
Can be vulgar is too much, but almost primitive. Enjoy this. This is this Irish fiddling
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
But very good. Very good. We don't need it anymore, but we can, maybe we do the crescendo from 42.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. And sometimes, and still, the moment, it's like how do you say this in English? Do you also say the eye of the storm? In the eye of the storm, of the typhoon, But there is, of course, it's calm.
Yeah.
So, in other words, here it's piano.
Yeah.
But the energy is most.
Okay.
It's like an arrow.
We weren't sure if sometimes when there's piano, if it's supposed to be more relaxed than the.
There are places, but
okay.
95% of
Are
the
not.
piece, no,
Okay.
even more, because it's kind of easy to play with energy fortissimo, but
not
piano
easy.
not
Piano,
easy.
yeah.
Bum, bum. So
Okay.
let's try this. Yes, and under the microscope, if I may say, it's slower than before. Especially when you have piano, what helps is yum. That helps. Okay. Good. Fantastic. Very good. Fantastic. And enjoy more when you reach 63, finally together. So this can be even more and more consciously. it could go to D major, something more beautiful, you know, but it doesn't. Much better. Fantastic. We can start right away at 62 if that's fine for you to start. Okay, that's one place which is really pianissimo. So much less, but the same thing. So I was pushing a little bit, forgive me, because that's a place which is in danger anyway. 67, why? Because the music kind of gets stuck.
Yeah.
The music already gets stuck, which means for us, so we should go much better, fantastic. When you do it for yourself later, can be even more 63.
Yeah.
Because you phrase too classically. Don't inflect. Let's do it once more. 62. We can do it even better. Okay, one little thing. In 72, everything until 72, sensational. Really, this pianissimo makes such a big difference. 72, we are worried about rhythm for some reason. I feel inside. I cannot
But we
look.
slow down. We always want to jump, bum, 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 bum.
Exactly, but maybe it's not necessary to do da 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 bum 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 because we lose time.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I would think these diminuendi up always. Ya da 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 da. Because when we think ya da 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 da, we are one hair slower already.
Yeah.
So we can start right at the pianissimo. At the pianissimo. Good. Good. Wild. Until here. Very good. You see, so inside when you have this these sustained notes, that's the most dangerous thing for tempo. So let's really keep the tempo here. That was much better. Then that's good when it's really absolutely wild, you know, like completely going wild. Can we play slowly once? I think you don't feel exactly the harmonies, if I may say, in 86. Can we play slowly? Da da dum ba da bum 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 jang and yeah. Let's stop on the second beat. Da da dum ba da bum, because that's a modulation. We should be aware. Exactly. More Schubert than new music here. You know, but because that's the danger a little bit. Rhythm. So now I tell you, more rhythm. The danger is that these things get lost a little bit. Therefore, I just tell the places where the harmony is important. And musically, it should not be da-da-dum, ba-da-bum, F major, da-da, E major, da-da-dum, ba-da-bum. So the weight to it. So think more classically here for little places like that. Then these 82, when you reach 82, each time your parts are so different, right? Finally, we have the same thing. Let's enjoy more. Yeah. And as you see, I write forte at the end of 81, which means that's really one level up in the next bar. So let's start once more. Would you mind in 72 to start once more?
Yes.
Which was much better. Dun, dun, kada, bum, bada, bum, dun. It doesn't matter because in 80, oh yeah. In 80, we all have mezzo forte and then the piano subito. I don't really hear the pianissimo subito. Let's do more here. Let's do it once more.
Yeah.
Yes, good, okay. Let's do this slowly too. In 92, why? Because of the accents. More, more.
Yeah.
Each time more. Let's do that. 92. Yes. Much better. That was a magic moment. 86. Forgive me. 86 was a magic moment. And these middle voices, that's why I did, can have more schwung for you. Yeah. And then 91. Let's really go for the second beat. This should really sound like full orchestra, right? Like 10 piccolos. You know this Berlioz, what he dreams of an orchestra of, I don't know, 20 flutes. So really, and in a way he is right. I mean, it's crazy, but let's imagine here really, it's really like orchestra. And then 90, when we reach 94, bum, 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 bum. This crescendo I miss a little bit, if I may say. You have really fortissimo in 95, which is wonderful, but let's really, these transitions, what I call the schwung, you know. And here, let's play really even more folk music this time. And you know, it should be really scary then when you do this.
Okay.
And when you have the Bartok pits, please play real Bartok pits. I know one cannot do in every rehearsal, but you know, but maybe you stop earlier. But it's important to me that it's really on the fingerboard. Not too. It should not sound too harmless. It should be like imagine like a stop sign. Damn, stop. It could be even fermata. You know, it does not have to be bang. Because then the danger is one just continues. The story is there, stop. And then comes something very tonal, like in a Haydn quartet. You know, to make the story come out more. If you don't mind, let's please start once more in 82. That's another one. More.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So this moment is like a little bit, you know, this chapter in Alice in Wonderland when she drops, she finds herself in a different room. Yeah, pa, 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 pa. And I thought a lot of about Schubert at this place. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 healthy, da, 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 da. Pa, 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 be, da, da, da. And before, that's very convincing, really very good, until 100, very good. Very good, also afterwards. So this is the only real quote, right, from Schubert Octet. Pam, 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 pam. So that's very important, the upbeat to 110, right?
Yeah.
And you, for some reason, you play already pianissimo, right, in 109. Please play this forzato pianissimo. Pam, 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 pam.
Yeah, I see.
That's important. Exactly. And if you want, I mean, I make things much more difficult for you now, I know. But let's try. Let's take the risk like you would do it in the Schubert. Dim, pam, 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 pam. Let's take the risk. Let's take the. Yes. It's musikantisch in German. You know, it's more. Yes, yes.
La dernière croche. Okay.
Should we start in 101 with the upbeat?
Yeah.
Ba-bam. Very good. Until here, it was absolutely worth taking the risk. Not perfectly together, of course, but when we do it again, it will be perfect. There's one structure I don't hear yet, if I may say. May I just hear the middle voices in 106 and 107, and then you stop, and then you take over, and then you join, and then you play in 108 and...
Okay.
Exactly. So you see what I think maybe it's because of the molto sul pont. That's very good, but maybe with each long note we can go away from the pont a little bit and take very seriously the crescendi. Bam, ba-dam.
Okay.
So which means the whole thing is in crescendo, which means second bar should be much more, because I still, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I still don't see the context between tim, parapim, 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 parampam. Let's play together, the whole place 106 together. Okay, very good. Let's try one thing, much better, fantastic. 110, 111. Is it really necessary to emphasize so many times in the violins, in this case, every... They have accents in the low voices, but I think we can be more generous. Lines. Let's do the same thing, 106. Very good. Musically wonderful. Can we do it without losing tempo? Because as you see, when we reach 116, before we were fantastic violins. That makes a big difference. You know, big lines, not always these accents. In cello, if I may say, the sound with the left hand, you have to damp the strings because, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But flageolets, any flageolets. Can I hear? Exactly. Okay. Then it makes very percussive.
Okay, okay.
Exactly. Let's start right away. It's a little bit like the second theme or something.
Yeah.
Yep, strange one, but okay. Let's start there. Tempo. For tempo things, you know, of course, one does not want to play this place absolutely in tempo, 123, 24. So, dee, dee, da, da, it's more Renaissance or more Monteverdi, right, this place. But then the middle of 124, let's go back into tempo immediately. Yum, param, pam, param, pam. These are the dangerous spots for tempo, because if we do it like before, we have a much slower tempo than beginning. There's a wrong note, sorry, in viola, my fault. In 119, it's a misprint. It should be a G, please.
Open?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
My fault.
Like afterwards.
Exactly, exactly. You play this very beautifully. So in this case, take the time. Of course, the expression is agitated, of course. But then, here you can do a little bit with tempo.
Okay.
Much better. Maybe we can play shorter.
Yeah, I didn't know what you wanted.
You're right.
Sotto voce. So I was like, maybe I'm too loud, actually.
No, you're right. I should be more clear about that. Each time when I write sotto voce, I never think softer, less intense. To me, it's a double intensity. It's a different direction. It's not dot, 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 straight on. It even does not have anything to do with dynamic. It can be very soft or also sotto voce, but maybe shorter.
Okay.
And also when you play doloroso, the whole place. Let's start once more with the second theme, 112. Good. Good. Exactly. And if I may say, in 137, that's the crucial bar. Here, don't play. We will reach a slower tempo.
Yeah.
So we have to do a little bit torture to the place. And then we have the right tempo. So think accelerando, please. 137.
Okay.
And also, I think I have to hear last time. Forgive me. 124. I think it's not convincing enough yet. The crescendo. We reach kind of fortissimo, but the way to it, we reach only mezzo forte, and then we play.
Okay.
And I forgot another misprint. Sorry, my fault. 133. The two violins, please play crescendo in this bar. It's missing, so you reach you reach the triple forte.
Okay.
Exactly.
123.
And when we reach 139, let's really create a
133.
I went to the okay.
scary atmosphere.
All right.
But we have to prepare it. That's what's
Exactly.
difficult.
Once we have the right tempo, it's kind of easy even.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like a CD which gets stuck. mistake. One should really get scared.
Yeah.
So for you, it's inside one relaxes a little bit, I know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of okay.
It's like
At
the
least
place where
5
we
bars,
can relax.
you know. But let's try to avoid it.
Yeah.
You can even stay 1.5 bars, really triple piano if
Yeah.
you want. I think it's better. And then the crescendo. So let's do once more. There can be more drama in between, 125. Get back to your original energy level. It's so easy for me to say. I mean, you play and the arm hurts. Okay, but we do a last time maybe 119,
Okay.
which was beautiful, by the way. Yeah, but I don't hear the Hauptstimmen. Da di da da dim, ba di da da da. Everything else less important. One has to hear this. Okay. Forgive me. One last thing. The bow pressure we can do more, right? Exactly. And then it's a liberation. So basically the B minor, the resolution is not audible as B minor because it's so much pressure. And then liberation, last time. Yeah, it's too easy going. Fantastic. We won't touch this anymore. It's really very good. In the violins, we don't do it anymore, but 132, I could imagine. I don't hear this arco saltando. So really go into the string. Yap, pap, 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 pap. Yes. Even more. Yam, pam, 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 pam. Yes. Exactly. And then when we reach 134, that's the next stop sign. To me, it's too much. Dum, pum, pa, pum, prum, prum, prum. Too cool. You know, burn, stop. And then burn, bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
So go against the beat. So let's do just 132. 132. Stop. Bam, bam, bam. Fantastic, but 10 times softer. We reached, but that's so good. That's so good, 137. But we can make it even easier for us. Bam, ba, bam, 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 bam. When we are fast enough here, then we don't have to speed up so much. So let's start right there. So I think it's a good idea to stop earlier, this turn, back, but to have a really strong back. May I just hear the Bartopitz, forgive me, because, yes, real back, yes. To me it's a big difference rather than a loud pitch. Let's start right there with the 134.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam. Once more, but much better. Okay. Excellent. Very good, fantastic. And this is behind the bridge, the trill. So here should be the bow, and the trill is here. Yes. Yes. And enjoy it, stay a little bit longer on the string to have... Or try another string where it sounds best. Yes.
Okay.
And more pressure. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Strange animal. I don't know which one. But, oh, that was a thriller. 139. It's breathtaking because I don't know what's going on. And the screams are very good. And keep in mind, when you have the long scream, it's loud anyway. But when you have the short scream, even more. So
Okay.
più forte. Ah!
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Even more. And we don't need the whole place anymore, but in 135, I don't hear enough gliss. It should be really something like they play bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
Maybe less pressure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Bam. And play the sostenuto. Tenuto. Bam. Stay a little.
Okay.
Yes. Because the open string sounds so loud.
Yeah.
It sounds bam. It sounds like crescendo.
Yeah.
Bam. More diminuendo.
Okay.
Bam. You know, it's the equivalent for dum. Hey. It's the equivalent for
Yeah.
bam. Very good. We don't need it anymore. We can start if you want at 151. May I hear the duck sound quickly? Violins 154 separately.
154.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very important. Let's like what I said to her. Use these parts. And choose a string. Yes. Choose a string. Because on every instrument. Yes. Oh, that's it. Grown-up duck.
Grown-up duck.
That's very important. You know, otherwise it sounds a little bit like,
it sounds different.
random modern music. It makes a big difference. And choose a string where it sounds best, like this one, like this. Yes, fantastic. Yes,
Sounds like
yes.
a duck. Yeah.
It really sounds like it. Okay, let's start in 151.
154. Yeah. And then
Doesn't matter. Take your time. Yes, but very good. Originally, this sound, and also later when you have it, it's
158, no?
yes. I don't want to damage your instruments, but it,
didn't really know how to.
yes, it's on the back of the corpus. Yes, and then yes,
Like this?
yes,
It's that.
exactly, exactly,
We wondered, like, we
exactly,
didn't know. Okay.
exactly.
No, it's like it's what you do. Is
So the
you-
sound comes.
No, but you take it from
The hair. If
one
you
hair and you go
press
to the.
Because you need
have to do it much
the
higher in
wood.
the bow.
You need the wood though.
You need the wood to touch the bow hair much higher in the bow.
I see.
yes, yes, yes. And although it does not make a loud sound, it would be nice. It sounds horrible, but it does not do damage to the instrument.
Yeah, it's actually better than what you were doing.
I think so. Yes, yes,
It's so much easier because we were
Yes,
discussing
yeah.
about it. Yeah, and it's less damaging on actually here also. Yeah.
Let's start once more with the strange animal in 157. Okay.
7, yeah.
7.
No.
157? Okay.
So she
You have the
We have
starts.
the one. I mean, we have the one on this one.
Yes. And where we stopped. So this is like you want to stop the whole show, you know, these open strings. Bang! You know, you interrupted with the open strings. Yes, yes. But it's pits. It's pits. No? Yes, it's pits. Yes, in 167.
Ah, you mean?
Yes.
I thought you meant
No, no.
64.
67, my fault. Pizzicato and let it ring. Bring. Yes, stop.
But it's true. I have a question.
Yeah.
For me, actually, it's true that it's not written arco after, but it's arco this.
Oh, yes. You're absolutely right. It's missing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it's only one note, Pitz, and then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. May I hear once more the sound? Exactly. And you can even change the pitch. It's not much space, but.
To move a
Yes,
little bit.
yes. Yes, and more pressure. Don't forget the right hand. Does a little bit. Yes. Yes,
it does.
and don't forget the right hand. That's it.
Yeah.
More pressure. Yes, and a little bit faster, maybe. Yes, yes, yes. Fantastic. Good. We start there once more, please. 157. Bow change. Fantastic, fantastic. Go out. Yes. Big 8. Yes, fantastic. And this page turn, either I would do something or do it really theatrically, you know? Exactly. Yeah. Bam. This time it was much better because I related it to her sound. Bam, bam.
Okay.
So really, bam, and keep the tension, then she can do.
Yeah.
Or you do something with it.
Or I can some other solution.
Oh, much better. Maybe a little bit longer. More dash than. Yes, yes.
Okay.
The sound is fantastic. Now everything is really great. Also, you played this so primitive, 176, very good, like a children's trumpet. Yeah, really. No, I've heard this tune now so many times. So, and but each time when you have the battuti and the saltandi, please start slow. Yeah, pa 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 pa. So, and really with a big gesture. It's really the piece gets tired. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
And you know, the sound is fantastic, but I could imagine, you know, this 8.
Yeah, I don't.
It could be a bigger motion.
Okay.
You can take more space. Yes. And then when she's done with it, in 195, please tempo. That's too slow. And just one thing was, yes, please play more crescendo. We don't need the whole place, but 169. Much more crescendo, except cello.
Okay.
We don't have it.
To 170.
We only have 2 beats.
Yeah.
Yes, much more. These open strings was great. One hears it really. That was good. So we can go on with the end of your.
Okay.
So in the middle of the senza misura, and you can play right away.
Yeah.
Yes. Para, pam, para, para. Crescendo. Yes. More irritation. You take time.
Yeah.
Very short. Ah, it's really getting really very, very good. So we...
Expecting your page turn.
Afterwards.
Yes, exactly. But you know, I think we can have more the feeling of when she has
Yeah.
a real stop.
Okay.
And there can be even fermata.
Okay.
And then, and then again back into tempo. Let's do the crescendo right away from 209.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, that's important. That's important. Can it be more funny even? Yeah, innocent, innocent. Exactly, innocent, but then really tragic in a Schubertian way. And more Ponticello also, right?
Yeah.
Subito. Yeah. So that would be great. This transition, let's do one bar before, if that's fine, maybe. Or let's do 218. 218. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very good. Sound, bow chain. Very good. Okay. Also, this one is like a mistake on a CD, right?
Yeah.
More against. It should not feel comfortable. Yeah, but this is excellent. The whole place, even if it was not fully together around 233.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. I mean, I should not say. but you know, the expression was so fantastic. Also theatrical, this 242.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Actually, I have a question. I mean, I guess it's what you wanted, but I play here, and then after the 243, I have to play. Is it?
Ah.
Do I
Oh, no. It should be flageolet.
Okay.
It's C flageolet. Oh, that's...
So I keep the flageolet I play before, actually.
But you play A before, right?
Yeah.
And then it should be C. Exactly.
Okay.
And then it's C. So let's start there.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
In 215,
Yes.
because it says continually increase bow pressure, suffocate the tone, and then it also says demented bow changes. So do you want a lot of bow changes?
Yes. I mean, not to disturb her. I mean, that's the main thing. Not as much as that, but so as much sound as possible. And we can start for now in 243. So I just announced a couple of things before we do this this passage. Very good. This hey. We can start even softer.
Okay.
Hey. Then when they leave you, let's stay in the tempo for 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay.
You know, because it should be more drama. Hey. Oh, what she's doing? Why is she continuing? They stop. You know, hey. And then you have a page turn. Unfortunately, we have to use it if it's like that. Hey. hey, hey. Let's do it
I can
theatrically.
also cheat again after if it's worse to turn there.
I mean, it's up to you, but
I can see.
But you could see it interrupted
Right.
the flow, and it would be so great if you lead it so convincingly that it's very obvious. Hey, hey, that's the last one. So that
Okay.
it's no other possibility than that's the last one. And then when you jump down,
Yeah.
precipitando, this 268 drama. And here, please, much more sound. 270, the whole place.
Okay.
Sometimes you play open strings, and you shouldn't. 279, you played open strings. Everything is damped.
Ah, okay.
Left hand.
But yeah, you wrote
Because
it for me,
wasn't
but
written
not for
in
her.
my.
For
were
you,
confused.
in some places
For me,
it
it's
is.
always written, but for her, it was not.
So I was not sure if I should.
But
keep
for
it
example,
or-
the two of you in 279, it's everything
same
is,
thing,
is
okay.
damped. Yes,
It's damp.
Yeah.
damped.
okay.
And the pitch change comes only by bow position. Brrr. Yes. Although it's a lot of noise, I know. It makes a big difference if we only play or
So it's both, since in Violin 2 it's written that here, da steht halt in der zweiten Geige, dass,
da sind manchmal wirklich Tonhöhen gemeint.
nein, ich meine, dass man hier abdämpfen soll. Und
Also
in meinen
immer,
Noten steht
immer wenn
dann
die
nicht-
Klammern sind. Immer wenn die Klammern, immer
okay,
dieses
das verstehe ich
Tastopon.
jetzt.
Immer wenn Tastopon kommt, dann,
Gut,
dann
okay.
muss man, genau.
But for me, in 271, I'm supposed to move.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Let's just do this passage and then the very end.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we can
yeah.
start after the Generalpause, 243.
Yeah.
Yeah.
143.
The pianissimo.
Okay.
Don't get slower. Very good. We go on. So it should be very clear what's the cue, right? And so on. Anyway, much better. You did the tempo change so great, but then you slowed down for some reason. Dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. That would be an ideal tempo for me. But we can go on. So let's jump to 279. 279. And in 284, it sounds too harmless for me, you know, this ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da, ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, be- and then really bum, pesante, bum, ba-dum, ba-da, ba-ba-ba. The next bars, please help me. It's not the best bars. The next two bars help me until the birds. And please bow pressure like mad. This should be much louder, the senza misura in 301. Okay. Yes, yes. And do a big, so it's up to you. So it's up to you. It's nobody will hurry up. Okay. It's 279 in the middle of the woods. I really wrote, Unterholz, like really wood. Okay. Excellent. Sound. More bow pressure, go. Okay, let's start there. 297. Yes. Bow pressure. Yes, much better. I like much more this sound. Before you had a kind of open fifth or something. So it should be really distorted. More with the right hand than with the left. More pressure. Yes. Very good. So it should really sound like an old radio. Yes. Yes. With left hand you can vary more. Surprise yourself. It should never be mechanical. And also with the bow pressure, change. One should already feel she's near, you know. Very good. So the senza misura we don't do anymore, but it can be even louder. So it's a result. The rhythm I wrote for you is a result of the bow pressure, right?
Yeah.
So we can start in 306, and she plays the upbeat.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I only hear. May I hear it? It can. The general sound can be softer.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Good. Once more.
Do it here.
Good. Much more pressure, more drama, louder. More sound. Whack, 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 whack. Much better. We just do for the very end. We just do the very end once more.
Hard.
Can we have even more sound when you turn the instrument like that?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Fantastic. Exactly, much better sound. And with the position of the left hand, I'm not sure. Maybe you can even go much more up.
Like here.
As you like. Yes, I would prefer. And maybe not so parallel each time. Maybe the hand. Yes, surprise. And more pressure. Yes. Yes. Very good.
Okay.
Really fight in death. We just do the very end. You know, your ritardando is very good. But then in 314, we should have more ritardando.
Yeah.
Not enough.
So we reach, that's 317.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still ritardando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, you can go away from your music stand and really aim at her. And what would be really nice if it's also very clear that your last one is the last one.
Okay.
4, 5. And stay there. You can even do like that. Scream much better. I like the distortion. Oh, you can stay like that. result, much, much better. And then do it longer, double time as long.
Okay.
It's your death. Yes, and it does not have to be so linear. Not
Yeah, like,
much better.
okay, so,
Bow a little bit earlier.
okay.
When you have the bow, still move up and down. Yes, could be even louder.
Even with the bow.
Yes, much better. We just do the very last end, please, once more. After the senza misura, 302. Much better. You know, it's funny. You play softer now, but one listens more carefully to you. My ritardando is too early, maybe, because it gets slower anyway. It feels slow. Keep the tempo for quite a time.
Okay.
Je fais comme ça vient, en fait, ça va être plus facile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
302.
302. Very good. One more. Slow, slow, slow. Much better. 314, just the last bars to make sure. Much, much better. Was just miscounting. 314. And don't play your buttock pits before they hit you.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
that's the result of
Yeah.
what they. And they slow down much more. It's brutal. Good. The 314. 314.
14.
No, we're too slow. A little bit faster.
Okay.
Slower, slower. We have to reach 50. Bam. Fantastic. I thank you so, so much.
Thank
you
you.
for your patience, for your playing, for your energy. So that's the most important thing, keeping the tempo at these places. If I may say one thing, the Bartok pizzas can be more on the fingerboard.
Okay.
And you prepared it so fantastic, but now taking this risk of
Yeah.
tempo and of really going to the edge and 1 millimeter over the edge. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you. Wonderful. Great, great
That's a great
death.
piece.
I'm having such a hard time screaming.
No, it's good. Good. And it was convincing now.
Yeah, okay.
Also before, because one worries about you. What is it? Thank you. Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Actually, we are going to play that in the competition, so it's great for us to
have a real lesson
work
with the
with you on
composer.
that.
And I suggest it's up to you. I think when we do only, instead of the 5 quartets, only number 1, 3, and 4, I think 3 should be last then. So 1, 4, 3, I would suggest, because after the death, resurrection. Doesn't. For me, if it's okay with you, I think it after that. I mean,
Difficult to continue.
exactly. Bravo.
Okay, thank